Welcome back to the channel, guys. Now, with the Club World Cup making the transfer window shut for a little bit, me and Connor have decided to rank our top 10 transfers across Europe so far this season. Obviously, this is personal opinion. We've got 10 that we like, and it's on multiple factors. So without further ado, Connor, should we get into it?
Let's go for it.
Right. My 10th signing that I've got, but I've gone Lucas Lemaitre to Leeds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
The reason it's 10th is obviously a free transfer, so, no money spent.
Yep.
But it weren't a great season for him. He only got 3 goals for
Yeah.
Wolfsburg. But it's an attacker on a free transfer.
Yeah.
And Leeds are going to need attackers this season.
Definitely.
So I think, instead of going out, spending big money and getting someone who's not guaranteed to get you goals in the Premier League,
Yeah.
they've gone out and got someone for free. So even if they do go down next season, which is highly likely they will, they can still make money back on him.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
the reason why I've put him in 10th.
I went with Kelleher to Brentford.
Yeah.
Brentford lost their main man in goal last season. Fleck, and he's gone to Bayer Leverkusen. So Kelleher was screaming out for first team football. We saw it in them brief little appearances when Alisson was injured. Was always solid, and he's got his move. Brentford, 18 million, really good price. They know what they're getting as well. So yeah, for me, Kelleher at number 10.
Yep. Right. On to the 9th best signing in Europe this season.
Yep.
I'm probably going to get called biased.
Okay.
But I've got Daniel Cummins to West Ham.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Again, the reason why we've lost, Danny Ings, which is a striker.
Yeah.
The future of Antonio's undetermined.
Yeah.
So we've really got no striker. But Daniel Cummins signed for free as well,
Okay.
which is a big factor as to why he's in here.
Yeah.
30 goals in all competitions. And like I said, we're crying out for a striker.
Mhm.
Only issue is he's coming from Celtic. And the last Celtic striker to play in the Premier League was dog shit in Edouard.
Yeah.
So it doesn't bode well.
I mean, no disrespect, but I feel like you may have missed some big ones here.
I probably have, and I'm probably
yeah.
going to get slaughtered in this video, but that's fine.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll go on with Matheus Cunha to Manchester United.
Yeah. You got him down. You got him down quite low.
There's a reason for that. I'll get to that. But yeah, Man United need a goal scorer. Højlund and Xerxes not cutting it, so they needed someone in there. I said they may have overpaid a little bit, but they've got their man. But it's just when United sign players, they rot at the club. I can't remember a last good signing. Maybe it was Ronaldo. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't remember a really good signing. And yes, on paper it's a really good signing. They've got a guy who scored double digits in the last 2 seasons in the Premier League. So he's reliable, but it's just whether he can translate that to Man United, because it's such a big step. Can he handle it?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm a bit. Is it pessimistic? I don't want to put him too high. So yeah, number 9, Matheus Cunha to Manchester United.
Right, on to 8th. I have gone with Kelleher.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Just because, Brentford lost their keeper. Kelleher is a quality goalkeeper. I actually really rate him. So for Brentford to get him for what? Less than 20 million? Guaranteed number 1. He's got the experience in Champions League, played number 1 for Ireland as well. I just think it's a really just quality sign. And Brentford do this well. They lose a player and they just replace him really well, and they've done that again.
Yeah.
So for me, it's 8th.
That's fair. At 8th, I went with Luka Modric to AC Milan.
I forgot that even happened.
Yeah.
I'm already missing some big ones.
Yeah,
here,
he went on a free from Real Madrid. They lost, obviously, Tijani Reinders to City.
Yeah.
Modric, I think, is a good replacement. He'll bring experience, leadership. And
They
he's
need
got
a bit of that. They're a bit unstable at the minute.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, they finished 8th last season, their lowest finishing position since the 14-15 season, so basically 10 years ago. Modric can help stable the ship. Obviously, it's going to be a tough time. Rafael Leao looks like he's probably going to leave this window, maybe.
Theo Hernandez as
Theo
well.
Hernandez. It's going to be...
Yeah.
So hopefully he'll add that stability to AC Milan. So Luka Modric to Milan.
Yeah, I completely forgot Luka Modric even moved. I'll be real, I completely forgot he moved.
Yeah.
Right, on to 7th now. I don't know if this is because of the media saying about it, but I've gone Liam Delap to Chelsea.
Okay.
I mean, the reason I like it is obviously he's so young. He got 12 goals for an awful Ipswich last season.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking, with the sort of service he'll get at Chelsea, could he be, not that guy, but like a really good striker for him? Probably pip Nicholas Jackson to number 1 spot. I just think with Cole Palmer playing in behind him, it could actually be really good. But there's also the chance of the Chelsea striker curse.
Yeah.
I really hope it don't happen, but yeah, the thought of Cole Palmer playing in Delap's just really good for me.
I did swap. He was my 10.
Really?
Delap. Yeah, but I just feel like because we've only seen a brief stint of him in the Prem, I didn't want to jump in. So yeah, at number 7 I went with Ryan Cherky to City.
Okay.
I feel like he's a very good player with a very high ceiling. He might be a bit low, to be honest, in this list for me.
He's very low. He's really high up in mine.
Yeah, but yeah, I think Pep will get the best out of him. I feel like people chat nonsense about this, typical Pep winger where he just doles them down to nothing. It's happened to one winger, and that's Jack Grealish. You look at Doku, you look at Savinho, you look at Omar Mouche, they're allowed to flourish. I mean, Doku's, he dribbled past his man. I think that he was the second most in Europe to do that, successful take-ons. Yeah. So he lets them flourish, and I think Ryan Cherki is literally Mahrez 2.0.
Yeah.
The touch, the finesse about him, I feel like he is perfect for that Mahrez replacement. He got 12 goals and 20 assists last season in Ligue 1, so what more could you want?
I think you paid for him as well.
Honestly,
it's an absolute steal.
To be fair, now I'm thinking about it more and more. He should be lower,
especially where you see where I've put him. You'll be like, it's too low.
Yeah.
Right, should we go on to 6? I've put Sane to Galatasaray.
I don't like that signing.
I like it for Galatasaray. I don't like it for the player. I like it for Galatasaray.
Yeah, okay.
Because he's still 29. He actually had an okay season in the Bundesliga as well. 11 goals, 5 assists.
Yeah.
73% take-on success. I can just see him dominating the Turkish league.
Yeah.
I think he will rinse the fullbacks out there.
He will do, yeah. I feel like he will do, but I just don't like it because he could have gone to so many, better clubs, I think. But he just went for the money, in my opinion. But it's your opinion.
Yeah,
right?
I said, he'd be quality for, this is more of it benefits the team more than it benefits the player.
Yeah.
But I think maybe 6 is a little bit too high. But when I thought about what he could do out in the Turkish league, I'm like, Galatasaray got a quality player.
That's fair. Number 6 went with Jonathan Tah to Bayern. He's a free transfer.
That one as well. Oh no!
Yeah,
we're gonna have to do a part 2 of this, and I'm gonna have to.
We can always do it when the window ends.
But,
but Bayern are getting a top quality centre back. Just won the league, obviously with Leverkusen, and it's typical Bayern. Take one of their best players from a rival. And Bayern's defence has been quite suspect last season. I think lost 4-1 to Barca, lost 3-2 at home to Bochum, conceded 3 against Frankfurt as well in a 3-3 draw. So they could need some reassurance in there, and I think Jonathan Tah will bring that. Lost Eric Dyer as well to Monaco. So
that's another weird one.
Yeah, I know.
That is FIFA career mode in real life.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. So Jonathan Tah to Bayern.
Right, on to 5th.
Yeah.
I've got Cunha to Man United.
Yeah.
In 5th.
Yeah, fair.
I know your points are totally valid about the attitude, the rotting.
Yeah.
But I just think he's proven he can do it in the Prem.
Yeah.
If he can do that with Wolves, imagine what he can do with like a lot. I say a lot better, probably not. But like
Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah.
That's about it.
I just see him flourishing at Man United. I just can't see him flopping. He probably won't put that many high numbers because, like I said, there's other quality around him.
Yeah.
But I can just see him doing a lot better at Man United than he was at Wolves. I just think it's a quality signing.
Yeah, fair enough.
To be honest.
At number 5, I went with Trent to Real Madrid.
Okay.
It's a really good free signing. And Real Madrid,
definitely.
and Real Madrid have got a history of this now. That in recent years, you think of Mbappe, you think of Trent, Alaba, Rudiger. Like, there's so many good players that they've got for free, and it's a really good transfer motto. As soon as Real Madrid want to buy you if you've got a year left on your deal, even a year and a half left, you're going to run your contract down because if you're going Real Madrid at the end of it, why not? Yeah, I think he's great going forward. We'll add so much more to their attack. It's just that defensive worry with me. That's why I put him at 5th and not further down. You see him being lazy in defence, lacking the intensity, and you need to be on your game. If you're going to be a Real Madrid player, the level of criticism those guys get, you've got to be, top draw. So, he's got...
I do think Xabi Alonso's going to demand that.
That's what I mean. So hopefully they do get it out of him. But, Jurgen Klopp couldn't really consistently every year, year in, year out. Arne Slot did to a degree, but it's going to be tough. So, Trent, number 5 for me.
Yep. Right, on to 4th. I've got one of your signings.
Yep.
I'm sorry if I slaughter his name. Is it Tijani Reinders?
That's it, yeah.
Yep. Yeah. I just think, considering the state of your midfield, obviously De Bruyne's gone now. Gundogan's quite old. Nunes has been pushed out to right back. I think to get one of the best midfielders in Serie A last season, 10 goals, 4 assists, he's a great ball progressor, and he's only 26 as well.
That's it, yeah.
I just think he'll offer that intensity that Man City midfield needs.
Yeah.
I know people probably say, 70 million, but the thing is, the way he performed in Serie A last season, it's not a bad price.
Yeah, I don't think he was that expensive, to be honest.
I think that was in euros. So
right.
It might be a little bit
probably
cheaper.
around 55, I think.
Yeah, let us know in the comments.
Yeah. Number 4, I went with Jeremy Frimpong to Liverpool.
I forgot Frimpong.
It can't go on like this, can it?
It can.
We're going to have to do a part 2.
Yeah.
We're going to have to do a part 2.
He's a really good signing, I think, to replace Trent. Has that attacking output that Trent did have as well. And I think he's just a little bit more better defensively as well. So I feel like that's why I've got him just above Trent. And only for 30 million as well, you can't really go wrong.
Yeah.
So Jeremy Frimpong to Liverpool.
Yeah, he's also played across Europe as well. He's played in Scotland,
Exactly.
Germany,
Yeah.
He played in the Netherlands, obviously.
And he's Dutch.
Yeah.
Arnie Slot, Gravenberch.
There we go.
That there, so.
Yeah, so third, I've gone Trent.
Yeah, that's fair.
Which is surprising me putting Ark in the top 3.
Yeah.
But I've just got to, realise he is quality.
Yeah.
And I think, with what you said, the defensive side, I think Real Madrid have got that sort of unit that can cover for him.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, on the ball, he is so good. He
Yeah.
can just find anyone like nothing.
That's it.
He can put the ball on a sixpence. And that's what Madrid need. They've lost, Kroos, Modric. I'm not saying he's to that level.
Yeah.
But he's a great passer.
Yeah.
He's great at free kicks. He's great at corners. So
Yeah.
I can see him being a lot more of a threat this season with Trent. It just needs someone to cover for it. And of course, replacing an Adrian Carvajal as well.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, makes
and it's a free.
At number 3, I've gone with De Bruyne to Napoli.
Yeah.
With Napoli obviously winning the league last season, Antonio Conte reportedly wanted big names through the door, and Kevin De Bruyne is such that, free transfer. Struggled with injuries last season, but I think the quality is definitely still there. It will be great for Serie A as well, because I feel like it's suited to older players. It's more, I wouldn't say it's a lot slower, but you know what I mean, it's less intense than the Premier League is. Can definitely keep Napoli in that title race, I think, next season as well. Can definitely keep them up there, especially McTominay as well, doing really well. I think McTominay to De Bruyne, I think that'd be a really good partnership. Which, if you said that a few years ago, that would be you look like an idiot, wouldn't you?
Yeah, Man City fans are like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly. So,
But now it's probably one of the best midfield partnerships in
That's
Europe,
it.
which is crazy.
exactly.
To me. Yeah.
So yeah, number 3, Kevin De Bruyne.
Right. For me, the second best signing. Again, you've put him far too low. Ryan Cherky.
Yeah.
And I know I've forgotten a lot of players, so save your comments.
Yeah.
We'll do a part 2 of this.
Yeah.
But I just think one of the best young talents in Europe, so skillful. To be fair, you got him for like 30, 35 million.
It's a steal. It's a
beat
steal.
United to him as well,
Yeah.
which is
Not
always
hard
going to.
anymore,
Yeah,
is it?
true.
You know what I mean?
And I just see him just dominating underused. Like I said, I don't think he'll be ripped out of all of his skillness. I think he's going to add a lot of flair to that attack.
So do
to be
I.
honest with you.
Yeah. Number 2, I went with Tijani Reinders to City. Obviously losing Kevin De Bruyne is a big loss, but he won Serie A Midfielder of the Year last season.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he did win it. I think because McTominay won Player of the Year, so
Right.
he didn't get the midfielder.
Yeah. Cool.
But yeah, quality playmaker. Can hit the target from range as well. Really good long shots. 26, as you said.
Yeah.
Plenty of years ahead of him, and he's just got in the Dutch setup as well.
Yeah.
So he's going to be a really good player to come for many years. So yeah, Reinders at number 2.
Right. The number 1 signing
Yeah.
for me,
I'm hoping you haven't forgotten because I haven't said him either. So
Florian Wirtz, Liverpool.
Yeah, that's the one.
Thank God I didn't get Florian Wirtz. I would have logged off.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I know people are saying 150 million, but the thing is, this is what you have to pay to get the top players.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, Wirtz is a top player. I mean, from what I've seen in the Bundesliga, which isn't a lot, apart from Musiala, he's probably one of the best dribblers I've seen in the Bundesliga.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone would disagree with
That's
that.
fair, yeah. I mean, he got 10 goals and 12 assists last season as well. And I feel like he's going to add something different to that Liverpool midfield as well, because Szoboszlai was sort of an attacking player, but he's been more reduced to a sort of an engine type of guy who's going to be getting rough and tough. But now this will add way more attacking threat in that midfield, and especially with Salah getting on a bit. Obviously, he's still doing his thing. He's still smashing it, but that age will come up to him eventually. So with a guy like this who's 22, he's only going to get better.
But yeah, boys, that's our list. I forgot a lot of players.
Slaughter him in the comments, please, because
Like I said, part 2, I'm going to be studying the transfer market religiously. But yeah, what do you think of our ranking, guys? Do you agree with us? Who would you put as a top signing so far? Because you got to remember, after the Club World Cup, it's back open again. Mm-hmm. Anyone can go anywhere. That is it for this video, guys. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and we'll catch you next one. See you later.